What's up everybody, OT for Tech here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nokia Lumia 1520. Now I know this is an older phone, it came out last year, but the people over at Microsoft Connect's team were nice enough to send me this review unit, and this is my first time using this phone, so I want to go ahead and do a proper unboxing and give my first impressions. Now right off the bat I can tell you this is different packaging than I'm accustomed to. I've only done the Nokia Icon, the Nokia 930, and both have different packaging from each other, but this is your typical Windows Phone packaging from what I read. Usually it comes in a blue box similar to this. But if you take a look here, you can see a comparison with the 930 box compared to their previous modeled boxes, and you can see there is a big difference there. And from what I've been told, the 930 packaging will be their new packaging for their newer model phones coming out in the future. So instead of discussing this cardboard box, let's go ahead and open it up and see what comes inside. And you can see the very first thing you're greeted with is the Nokia 1520, and this device is massive. But we're going to discuss the details and the specifics of the design of this phone later on in the video, so make sure you stay tuned if you don't want to miss that. Underneath the phone, you're going to find a SIM card removal tool, and this is going to be used to open up the nano SIM card slot. But again, we'll discuss this later on in the video. Moving forward, you're going to find some paperwork tucked into the black tray itself, and this is just some disclaimer information, warranty information, some warnings on how to use your device, things like that, things that you probably will not read. Moving forward, you can see you do have a black power brick, in the American version in this case, thank goodness. And then you also get a black data cable used for charging and syncing your device. And next to that in the tray, you're going to find some headphones in the color of your device, and the 1520 does come in various different colors. If we take a look at the front of this phone, you're going to find three capacitive buttons on the bottom. You have a back button, a Windows Home button, plus a search button. Above that, you have the beautiful IPS LCD display coming in with a PPI of 367. At the top, you have a 1.2 megapixel camera, some sensors, plus your front speaker grill resting right there above the Nokia logo. On the right side of the device, you're going to find your dedicated camera button, which if you hold it down, it will turn on the camera app, and it also serves as a shutter release. Above that, you have your power button, and above that, you have your volume rocker. These buttons are done in like a ceramic finish, so they're very glossy and very shiny. And they're also in the perfect location considering the size of this device. On the left side of the phone, you're going to find two trays. One tray is for your nano SIM card, and the other tray is for a micro SD card, expandable up to 64 gigabytes, which is pretty cool. This is the first Windows device that I've used that had a micro SD card slot. On the bottom, you're going to find your micro USB 2.0 charging port used for syncing and charging your device. On the top of the phone, you're going to find the 3.5mm headphone jack, and from this angle you can see the corners are slightly pointed, but they are rounded, so they're not going to jab into you while it's in your pocket despite its large size. And here you can see the display is actually pushed forward a little bit, and the sides of it are rounded, so it's going to give you the effect that the OnePlus One has, which is kind of cool in my personal opinion. On the back, you have a rear firing speaker. Above that, you have some Nokia logo or Nokia branding right there in the center. Moving up to your 20 megapixel Carl Zeiss optic OIS camera with dual LED flash, and then you have several microphones at the top used for noise cancellation and for picking up audio when you're recording video. To put the size in perspective, here it is next to the Galaxy S5, which is no small device by any means, and here it is next to the Oppo Find 7, which it just swallows it whole with its 5.5-inch display, and here it is next to the Nokia 930, which features a 5-inch display and it makes it look tiny, and of course it just swallows the iPhone 5S whole with its 4-inch display. My hand is not small, but nor is it large, but you can see here it does cover the entire length of my hand, leading me to say that this is not a one-handed device. Though I was able to get some one-handed tasks done, this was never intended to be a one-handed device. This is your generic version of a phablet. Therefore, if you have small hands, please make sure you keep both hands on the phone at all times. Just kidding. The internals consist of a quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor clocked at 2.2 GHz, the Adreno 330 for graphics, 32 GB of onboard storage, 2 GB of RAM, and a 3400 mAh battery that is non-removable. Now, upon receiving this phone, it was pretty much already set up for me, but those of you that want to see the boot up process, here you go. It's nothing special, it's just your typical Windows Phone boot up, and after that Windows Phone logo right there, you're welcome to your tile selection. Due to the size of the display, you're going to have no problem fitting whatever tiles you want to on your home screen. Swiping to the left is going to bring you to your app selection, and swiping back brings you back to your tile selection. And if you pull down from the top, because this is running Windows 8.1, you do have your notification center. Now I'll go back into the settings and go under About, and you can see this is in fact running Windows 8.1 Cyan, so you're going to have a lot of the benefits that Windows 8.1 comes with, just not all of the ones that I found on the Nokia 930. And one of these options is Cortana. Now with the Nokia 930, Cortana was built into Windows 8.1 and the 930 of course. Now with the 1520, you just get the basic search option that comes with most Windows phones if you hold down the search button. And you also have the multitask button, which is if you just hold down the back button, it brings up your Windows or your background apps, and you can simply close them or select the one that you want to go back to. Now, one benefit of Windows 8.1 on this phone is the fact that you can now select wallpapers instead of solid colors for your live tiles, and it looks pretty decent, but the fact that all the tiles are not supported, it kind of throws off the whole picture effect and it just doesn't really look right. As you can see here, there are a lot of tiles that do not support the wallpaper or background image, and it just does not give you that clean, clear look that it should give you. This has been my initial assessment and unboxing of the Nokia 1520, and I plan on doing several other videos including a full out camera video and a full comparison to the Nokia 930, so make sure you stay tuned. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on all my social media networks, and of course, as always guys, thank you for watching and all your support.